Another 1,500 people had tested positive this weekend. Hospitalizations, they did drop, but the more than 1,000 people are still in the ICU in Maryland. 20 more people have died. Appointments to get the vaccinated are still very limited right now, with more mass vaccination sites opening up. Maryland's still in phase 1C of its distribution plan. Governor Hogan will be in town tomorrow. He's going to visit the Timonium Fairgrounds COVID vaccination sites along with Baltimore County Executives Johnny Olszewski. Then he will tour the Baltimore Convention Center and also visit BioSolution, of course, that is where Johnson & Johnson vaccine is being manufactured. There is a good news on the COVID battle in Maryland. For the first time in 4 days, there were under 1,000 cases reported in the past 24 hours. The positivity rate also dropped, but deaths and hospitalization increased. Vaccinations efforts continue across Maryland as the key metrics were watched and approved. Governor Hogan is busy visiting vaccine sites and a lab. For this morning, he toured a Timonium Fairgrounds vaccination sites along with the Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski and the county's health director, Dr. Gregory Branch. Following that visit, the governor toured the Baltimore Convention Center sites, and he says these sites can help the vaccination efforts as long as vaccine supplies last. In the past 24 hours, more than 900 new cases were added. It is the second day in a row with under 1,000 cases. Deaths and the positive rate rose, but the hospitalizations decreased. So Baltimore City teams up with some local hospitals to get the coronavirus vaccines to seniors who need them most. They're rolling out mobile vaccination clinics, and they're focused on senior housing sites and then visit neighborhoods with low vaccinations rate. The van will also help the education and support. More than 1,100 people have been tested for this coronavirus, ending a 2-day stretch of fewer than 1,000 daily cases. Hospitalizations have dropped by 95, and the positive test rate are also down. The state continues moving through phase 1C of its vaccination plan, but right now there are not enough vaccines to meet demand. Less than 3% of the state's population is fully vaccinated. People are signing up on multiple waiting lists, and health officials say once you get an appointment, take yourself off the other lists. Now, nearly 1,200 more people have been tested positive for the coronavirus in the past 24 hours. 21 more people have died, and more than 300 are in the intensive care unit. The statewide positivity rate did drop and now is closer to 5%. The mass vaccination sites at Six Flags American and the Baltimore Convention Center field hospitals are expected to operate as scheduled today despite the wintry weather. 11 more people tested positive for the coronavirus in Maryland. Hospitalizations did decrease, and so did the positivity rate, but 36 more people have died as leaders continued the effort to vaccinate all Marylanders. Governor Hogan is in Washington, D.C. to meet the President Biden and other mayors and governors from across the country. They'll be talking about the administration's American Rescue Plan. The plan promised to give states long overdue support by increasing vaccine supplies and distribute much needed funding. There is another 1,100 people who have been tested positive for COVID in the last 24 hours. With 4 straight days, hospitalizations continue to fall down the numbers as well as the positivity test rate, but the deaths are going up with 32 more people have died. The COVID-19 vaccination doses are more than 800,000 people who have been receiving the vaccine. Breaking down the doses, that they are more than 700,000 on the first dose and more than 400,000 on the second dose. Now guys, if you want to look at the coronavirus in Maryland with a COVID-19 data and even a COVID-19 vaccination chart, all you need is if you live in this state of Maryland, whether you're in Hartford, Cecil, Baltimore, Montgomery, or anywhere in the counties in Maryland, it does not matter. Just please go to their link at Maryland's link at coronavirus.maryland.gov. It's on the description below. You'd be glad you did.